What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Terrapins will put total leather to crank us up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the UCLA Bruins offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Terrapins offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to throw, it's Washington. Makes the catch, it's Smith.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The throw to the outside is complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dropping back, it's Iyamaleava. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're going to run it across the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the 2nd drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the 1st down.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And I thought we were going to have our first points of the ball game, but great job by the defender playing the football in the air. A lot of times you see them get lost. He didn't get lost. He knew where the ball was, and he swatted it down.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
To the air. It's Iyamaleava. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football.
Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, few rivalries west of the Mississippi mean more than the war for Utah. BYU and Utah, and it's just gone final. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. play fake. Fires left. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Or they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It is, he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of
open spaces. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Setting up the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Finds his man. It's Thomas. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The sure hands, it's Thomas. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football now.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Got it in the middle, it's Webb. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. That is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're going to get on top in this game. They're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Flores.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. That's caught. It's Matthews. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Dances away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's Thomas. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! A great catch and run for 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Dropping back, it's Washington. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. That's reeled in, it's Matthews. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
An explosive play in the running game, and he's got the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that goal.
And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Just outside the red zone, as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. By finds his back in the middle. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal. The Bruins are threatening on 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Working that left side now. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. With that score, looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. 4th down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. I mean, you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Working that wide receiver screen. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to run it. Oh, a lot of space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Turning on the Jets. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Maryland! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Pump. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Matthews. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender
makes a grab past the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And the Bruins are in the red zone. To the air on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He'll go to the sneak.
No gain on the play. 4th down coming up.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to keep this drive alive. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A strike downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Washington. Under fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Ray. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year,